What's up, guys? Yellow Thunder, Team No Fat Chicks, coming at you with the winnings from Countryside Regionals, January 6th, 2013. Just chilling with my buddy Kiki here from the team. He's ordered us some pizza, and I wanted to make a video about the winnings that I do. If you may recall in some of our earlier videos, talk about how I basically am the trader of the team, how that's what I love to do. I usually drop out halfway throughout the night of a tournament to just trade the rest of the day. But you know what? Yesterday I actually finished. I played all 9 rounds of Swiss. I got through it all, but I wanted to make this video because I haven't done one before, but I just want to show you basically what I have to do throughout the day. Now, keep in mind, I did not spend any money at all the entire day. Pat had actually paid my entry fee. He had owed me some money. So I didn't have to pay anything out of pocket. All of this, what you see right now, is what I've gotten from all of the cards I currently had. So as you can see here, there's quite a bit of money. There's about maybe $150 or so. Those actually came. I sold a couple of Megalos that I traded. I mean, I had to trade some of the higher price cards, obviously, a couple Gear Gig and X's. But there was a trade that I got one that was just a bunch of random stuff from the guy. So shout out to basically everyone who went to the Countryside Regional. Good for you. Thanks for the cash. So as far as the cards I got, let me make sure I get all this done. This lens, it's so wide. First of all, obviously, just picking up a couple of Zen mains, staples for the deck. I usually hand these out to candy to all my friends, and I realized that I was getting pretty low on some, so I picked up a couple. Tempo. I'm a drummer, so that's like the card I love. Picked up a Levier, some of the lower end, just kind of stuff. TG Wonder Magician. Picked up one of her. Maybe not actually running a TG deck, but I know that I've got Furry Vengeance, and there may be a time where I would want to. I'd want to maybe incorporate her in that, running a couple of TG cards. Cataster. Mistworm, and Shooting Faggot Dragon. No, Shooting Quasar Dragon. It's the first one that I've ever gotten. I always hear all about the hype of it. I know a few of my friends have a couple copies of it. They run like the junk Quasar deck, and I'm actually thinking about running the Laval soon. I'm pretty sure they're going to get junk punched by the ban list come March, but for the time being, I really want to run it. So I was able to pick up one of those. I did finish the day having one Moulin Glacia. I do kind of want to run the deck. I mean, over the course of yesterday, I did come across 2 Abyss Megalos, but I mean, you know what? I think they're just going down in cash right now, so I wanted to get rid of them as much as I did. So I don't have any Megalos right now, but I got the Moulin Glacia, and I only need to run one anyway, so that's what I got. And then Triple Lyn, or Linda as we call her. Dropping stuff all over the place. Triple Lyn. So obviously she makes the deck broken. I mean, you go Sphere, Lyn into Megalo. It's dumb. Picked up for the deck 2 super rare Gen X Undines. So that's my personal, shiny horror going in there. And then just for some of my other friends who are making the deck, I picked up like 8 common Undines and a couple controllers and stuff. Malefic Cyber End Dragon is actually, I don't think I've ever told this story online, but when I was at West Allis last year for 2012 regional, I actually had a couple of deck boxes lifted off me. It had like an Insector deck and a Crystal Beast deck, and at the time the Crystal Beast I was running like triple of these. So it was kind of, I mean, it wasn't too bad. I mean, I lost a couple tour guides. It was just like the black rares and stuff, and these guys, I mean, but it's, it's whatever. Things happen. Picked up a Goldware Raikou along with like 4 other commons. They seem to be doing pretty well in most decks, especially if you need like graveyard presence or run a deck that is really heavy with the grave, need stuff getting in there. So picked up some of those. Caius, this is actually for Team Captain Pat. He said he needed one, so I picked one up for him. To complete my playset, a 3rd Ultra Unlimited Veiler. It's the ones that I run in my wind-up deck. And the first time I actually saw someone have one in their binder, super rare quick draw synchron. Been wanting to get a playset of these. Again, for the Furry Vengeance, I run triple quick draw, and just because I want it all shinied out, this is what I want to get 3 of for it. So I'm still looking for 2 more. I don't know if I need to. They're online for like maybe $17 a piece. I don't know if I really want to spend that much just for online. I'd rather trade it. This tour guide's actually got some kind of damage on it. He said that there was like some water damage. It's warped a little bit, a little bent. So we only valued it at a couple bucks, but I mean, I still picked it up. It's still tour guide, you know, for maybe like one of those side project decks that you're working on. Green gadget seems to be like the hardest gadget to find. Every time I go around, everyone's like, "Oh, you got a green gadget," and you know, I have to tell them no. I mean, I got a playset of like red and yellow, but the greens they just go too quickly. For my friend Kiki, I had gotten him one of these from the Lindenhurst regional, but I found 2 more for him. His favorite card is Breaker, and he's colorblind, but he likes the secret rare, you know, the rarity. So that's his like favorite rarity, and since he can't see the color, and I really feel bad about it, but I found him the other 2 to complete his playset, so I did pick up a couple breakers for him. Mystic Tomato, maybe I'll do a video of like my actual collector's binder later on. I do have a page of like all of the legendary collection like special summon searchers that are like, if it's destroyed by battle, you special summon one and attack with like 1500 defense or 1500 attack or less. So like I've got the playset of like the tomatoes, the shining angels, the rats, the UFO turtles, and I got that all like organized into 2 pages that you can see on the left and right. So this will actually complete the page because I had 1 tomato, so I was just looking for the other 2. Other little stuff I picked up, I mean like Trag, couple of T-Kings. That's it basically for the monsters that I picked up. For other things, it was like Dark Hole, Secret Rare, you know, Legendary Collection. I do really like it a lot. The Secret Rares look really nice. I think I really feel that Heavy Storm should be a Secret Rare, but that's just me. A couple of Zecaliburs for the Inzektor deck. I already had 1 Ultimate Rare, so I picked up a second one to basically finish the set, so that looks pretty cool. This one, just because I saw it in a binder, I mean, they're still worth, you know, a pretty good chunk of change, so I picked that one up too. Ultra Rare Solar Recharge. These are the more expensive ones, the higher ends, not the ones that you find in like the special edition ones. But I do want to get a playset of these. This is the first one though that I got, so I'll see where that goes. I did pick up, however, the super rare recharge off the same guy, along with the super charge of the Light Brigade. So, and you know, I used to run the Light Swarms and I ran the Chaos Dragons, and these are cards I use, so I do like those to be like extra shiny. Found 2 super Gates of the Dark World. I do have the Dark World deck. It was one of actually the first decks that I made, so when I found out that the Astro Pack had the Super Gates, I really wanted to get them. Was only able to get 2 of them for the day because people are valuing them at like 10-20 bucks, but it's like, you know, whatever. I picked these up for like 5 a piece. So, also, earlier in the day, I had sold like an unlimited Super Lance for like 10 bucks for cash, and then so I had 1 Super First Ed Lance, and that was the only Super I had. So later on I picked this one up to complete the set, because I never run more than 2 Lance in a deck anyway. So that one's the first ed, it'll complete it, along with just another common one, Battle Pack. Double Starfoil Duality. So, you know, Duality is always a great card. And kind of sucks that it's at 2, but, you know, whatever. Did pick up one of the Molten Conduction Fields. I do want to make the Laval deck, and so I know I still need 3 of these. And then Kiki actually just said that he pulled a bunch of these from the dual terminal when we went to go get Chain and Digusto Emerald.
Did you ever tell him that story, Cass?
I don't think I did. You know what? While we're on this subject, the day that Dual Terminal 7 came out, we actually went up to Bartlett to, it's not exactly our locals because it's like an hour and a half away, but it's where we like to have our locals anyway, and they have a dual terminal. So I put in 20 bucks and I didn't really get anything, and then later on, about an hour later, I put in another 20 bucks and didn't get anything. And then Kiki's like, well, I'm just going to try my hand at this. Puts in $20, comes over to me after like 4 cars and like, dude, go put these in the car. And I'm like, what are you talking about? hands me a chain and an emerald. It was so dumb. And then I was like, oh my god, there is no way you just pulled this out of like the next 4 cards. And then later on, pulls like a double emerald back to back again, and another chain eventually. It was so dumb. He pulled like 2 of each or 3 of each or something like for the whole day, and he only spent like $40. And then all the other dual terminal cards, and he still says he's got more of these. He's like an $8 card, and it's like a dual terminal. It's like whatever. But, you know, it's a really good card. It's going to make it broken, and it's probably going to go to 1 when the ban list comes. So, we'll see how it goes. I picked up like 5 Abyss Spheres, like double ultimate rare. I mean, I was just kind of picking these up because, and I know people still want them because the deck's still pretty hyped. Triple Ultra. They're all first ed, so that makes me really happy. I love it when everything just looks symmetrical and even. So that was really good that I got those. I did find a guy who had double first ed ultra warnings, so I'm really excited about that. I do have one of them already, and I was even cool if I only got one of them off him, but he's like, oh, well, I'd rather just trade it off as a set. So I got them both. It doesn't worry me. There are a couple decks that I only run 1 warning in anyway, so it'll work out. Doesn't matter. And the last trade of the day, actually, I got some of this stuff. It was a guy who, he was just looking for like some pickup cards, like some of his stuff that he collects, like the Ixie's Gift and Ixie Unit and all those other really weird low-end spell cards that no one uses. And he gave me like Trip Decree for it. So I was like whatever. And I threw him a couple like common Lilas and stuff. But I mean, that's like what he got. And then I picked up a 4th Decree along the day. A Secret Torrential, because, you know, these cards are boss and they look so amazing. All the secret rare traps that came in Legendary Collections. For my tech card of yesterday's regional, I ran the windups and I ran a 40 card deck, but, you know, I was thinking to myself the night before, I was like, you know what, I'd really like to run either Debunk or, what was it, Rebound. Because Rebound is the one that, an effect that would send something back to the hand, you negate it. And Debunk is where an effect that would activate in the hand or in the graveyard, negate, destroy, and remove the card from play. So I wanted to run the Debunk because I figure, you know, in windups, and I know that windups were basically the deck of last year, but I still really want to run it and top with it. I mean, once I'm done with it, I'm going to sell it, whatever. But I wanted to check this out because even in game 1, like, some decks will still run Veiler and Maxi in their deck. So, I mean, they don't even expect anyone to run this card. And they expect, if anything, they expect to side it. So, I mained it, and it helped me out a lot through the day. There were so many times people were like, Maxi, debunk, remove it. Or they would be like, Veiler, debunk. And especially when I didn't face any Dark Worlds, but I ran into a couple Atlanteans throughout the day. And since, obviously, their effects result, or they're activated when they sent to the graveyard, I can, you know, just chain it and then remove it, so it's all good. And I only picked this one up because I ran the 2, but I had one first and one unlimited, so I had to pick up another first because it has to match. And finally, we've got the just a common D-Prison that basically sums it up for all the winnings of the day. Once again, I didn't spend any money, and everything that I got here for this entire pack, this entire pile of cards, I just got from stuff that I already had. I didn't get rid of anything, you know, or anything that would leave me heartbroken. So thanks for everybody who I traded with, and thanks again for, you know, Countryside to put on the regionals. I know, and it's not right to actually, you know, sell cards within the building and everything, or to sell cards even there. I know that they got like rules because of vendors, but you know what? I made a good chunk of change, and I wouldn't take it back. So that's it for today. Team No Fat Chicks, Yellow Thunder, winnings of regionals, Countryside 2013. Thanks.